Hey, what is up, everybody?
What's going on?
This is Tony.
And I'm Jenny.
And we are Loca, and this is Tuesday Night Live.
Tuesday Night Live.
Now, sadly, we were not here last Tuesday night. We were on the Oasis of the Seas, and I hope you're here tonight to talk about it, because I am busting at the seams with information about the Oasis of the Seas. Now, you guys know how it goes. We'll talk about anything, but I'm sure you got some Oasis of the Seas questions. Jenny.
What?
Did you have a good... We usually catch up on the week. What have you done since last Tuesday?
What do you mean, what have I done?
What's our week been like?
We were on the Oasis of the Seas.
Oasis of the Seas? What? Yeah, so we got on the previous Sunday. We were on Sunday to Sunday. We drove home Sunday night and went right back to work. Yes, is today only Tuesday? Today's only Tuesday. We went right back to work yesterday, and it's been busy. And then I think there's probably one of the largest holidays in the... How did we cruise come back from a cruise a week before Christmas?
Good planning.
We got...
The only thing is that we don't have anything for Christmas.
I was going to say, you've heard of O Tannenbaum? We got no Tannenbaum up in here.
Nothing.
No Tannenbaum. My mom sent some gifts, so we do have a wrapped present in the house. But other than that, man, nothing.
Whose house are we going to?
Who's hosting Christmas, man? We got to get over to that thing. Well, we missed you guys last week. We were glad everybody is here. I want to say hello. I'm going to give people just a couple minutes to get in the room, but let's do this. Let's do a little bit of Creator Corner. You guys know how we like to do it. We get a lot of cool cruise creators from the cruising community. If you are a creator, type creator by your name, and then anybody who's not a creator, click the little dots to the right of their name, like 3 dots, and subscribe to their channel. I can vouch for almost everybody in here as being really good cruise content creators. I don't know who else in here, so that's why it's hard to vouch. There might be some outlier out there that's just making stinkers. I doubt it. Everybody makes wonderful cruise content.
Absolutely.
Hey, and also, we need some help. I sound like a telethon, right? We need your help. Right now, we're not going off the air tonight so our other channel, the Cruise Geeks YouTube channel, we're plodding right along on the podcast. We just released episode 46. We're getting a lot of downloads on the weekly, growing week over week, and we're trying to grow the YouTube channel. And so if you guys could do us a solid, if you are not subscribed to the Cruise Geeks YouTube channel, please go subscribe to our other channel, the Cruise Geeks. We have 960 subscribers, and 1,000 is a magic number on YouTube. It's like the first magic number. I think 100 is the first magic number. Yeah. I was happy to get 1 subscriber, but we're so close to 1,000. If you have not subscribed to the Cruise Geeks, I would implore you. I would commend it to you. I would recommend it to you. I would say go subscribe. The caffeine is kicking in. Sometimes I forget to breathe during this thing.
Yeah.
I just want to give the people enough time to go subscribe to the Cruise Geeks.
The hypeness is here.
If you've not subscribed to the Cruise Geeks, you're getting lumps of coal in your stocking. I got it. Look, big guys stay together. I've got a personal relationship with Santa Claus. I feel like I've been Santa Claus on a Christmas or two. So if you do not subscribe to the Cruise Geeks, it is coal for you. I don't make the rules. I just don't kill the messenger. Just subscribe. All right. I hope everybody is subscribed. I also want to knock out big thanks to Michael Cruise Lover. I asked probably the last time we were on if there was an easy way that I could say hello to everybody instead of trying to go through all the comments. And he pointed out that I can click the ellipse up top here and click participants. And it doesn't show anybody. So I take it back. For some reason, my participant list doesn't have all the people.
Uh-oh.
So I'm going to have to do it the old way.
Do it the old-fashioned way.
That's a bummer. Participants. It just shows us.
Ruth is telling you to breathe. Just breathe.
Let me get a little Java up here.
Is that Java or Java? I love these cups.
Yes, me too.
That were sent to us. They're great.
Well, I'm going to go as far back as I can and just say some hellos then.
Okay.
What's up, Donna Kalura? The Martins are in the house with the family.
Martins and the three beautiful girls.
Huebner's Hijinks on the Seas. Nurse Nancy is in the house. Roy Shows. The Flanagans, Joe and Emily. Ellen from Pennsylvania.
Hey, girl.
Hey, girl.
That's your
What's
line.
up? What is up? Kim Huebner. Eric is on the Hijinks account. Anthony Duckworth, I think he said it was his first night here. Welcome, Anthony. We're glad to have you.
We're so glad
This
you're
is
here.
kind of the way it rolls. We try to say hello to the family.
And you have a great name.
And share. Yeah, you have a great. We met so many Anthonys and Tonys on the cruise ship this past week. It was crazy. Parrot DJ is in the house. I can't get past that. If you guys have not seen the video that we released today with our breakfast with J&D, it was really special. The video doesn't really do it justice.
No.
That was just one moment in time, just a couple fun things that we did. But we were together for like probably an hour 10. I don't know. I didn't time it. But it was wonderful. And we were having such a good time. I had messed up trying to film the end of it. We didn't film the inside of the restaurant. We were just so enthralled with being together. It was kind of funny. You got people that make content, and all we wanted to do was just kind of sit and visit. And so we did a lot of that.
Yeah,
and it was
so nice.
It was a
meeting
wonderful
them.
time.
They are
wonderful
wonderful.
time.
Hi, guys.
Yeah. So thanks for being here tonight. And if you haven't watched that video yet, you got to check it out. Jeremy Buxton is in the house. Our Fenwick Life. It's their first Loca Live. Welcome.
Welcome, you guys.
Make sure you guys check out Fenwick Life. They make a lot of cruise videos, and I've seen them on some ships that are on my bucket list, so that's pretty cool. Let's see. Shelly Knight is in the house. Don Baxter. Alfred Inglesby said that we escaped the snow. This is the second cruise in the row that we have thumbed our nose at Mother Nature. I don't want to say that because that's probably going to put the bad mojo on us. But we cruised when the hurricane came through here, and we got back and it was dry. And we cruised when like the 14-inch snowstorm came, which is crazy for this area. And it was like 60 degrees when we came back, so we got lucky. The Cruise Geeks, of course, Matt is in the house on the hammer. Amanda Shows is on the hammer.
Hi, guys.
Roy Shows is in the house.
Mr. Roy.
Holly and Brian B. Let's see. Deborah Blankenship. If I miss anybody, I apologize. Jenna GB. Of course, Michael Cruise Lover. Christine Elkins. Wendy White. Laura Fodor. Kate French. Sherry Awesome Sunset Travels. I like that. That's a good
I like that name.
Ruth Todd. Margaret Flack.
The Hensleys.
Laura. Oh, here's a new last name for me to try to say. Olert. Lori Olert. I'm sorry if I'm butchering that, but I am.
Agent Joey.
Agent Joey is in the house. Eric Weiss, Hope Davis, Kate Whalen, William O'Brien, Jessica Lopez, Marilyn Moore, Joe Dura, Lufran Martinez, December Roberts. That's a cool name. Irene Momcat, Ray Fizzle, Just Pamela. So many people here tonight, and we're so excited to have you. Ann Jordan in the house. Good day, Ann. I saw somebody else, and I feel like I missed them. That's from Australia. Blaine 2007. Kathy Zoda. Catherine.
Claudia. Hello, guys.
Don Baxter. Tanya Hensley. My brother, Retro Sarge. What's up, my brother? My brother's getting ready to go to Germany tomorrow. He's going to get on a jet plane and take the Queen of Deutschland back to check on her subjects. They have to go back to Bavaria to make sure that all the pretzels are in place.
Jamie. Hello, Jamie.
Jamie from Sharon at Sea.
Yes.
Oh, that's a cool dude.
The Klakowskis.
The Klakowskis are in the house. The Wooster. Carl is in the house. I don't know if Donna's with him. Let's see.
Hey, Donna, if you are.
Doreen Zink. I'm about to the point where I'm going to give up, so if I miss you,
Cruising Through Life with Alan Genie. Hello, guys.
Florida Falcons, John Gleason, Krista Roberts. All right, we're almost at. We're getting it all done within 10 minutes. I feel pretty good. Pam Sasser's in the house. Ann Smith, Joanne Ornsby, Paul Wilgus, The Photog Experience. All right, Josh Odom. I've scrolled and scrolled and scrolled. All right, I'm kind of at the bottom. So, TNT Adventures. If I missed you, say hello again. I'm just going to stay at the bottom because I'm not as diligent to get all the way through it.
Yeah.
Ann Smith's got a cool... Did you see that emoji of the little man there?
Yeah.
Sergey's in the house. Welcome home. Thank you. So, yeah, it is so hard coming back from a cruise. Now, that was an 8-day cruise, or we were on the cruise ship for 8 days, 7 nights, and it was jam-packed. We would stay up at least... I think every night we were up above past midnight. Up above. Like that. See, I never stay up late. I don't even know how to talk about it. We were up above midnight. So the clock is here. We were up above it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we didn't sleep super late. We were up by 8 or 9 every day.
Yeah, I think one night we didn't go to sleep till about 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I appreciate everyone saying that I look good because I'm extremely tired.
Yeah, we've been very, very tired.
Yeah.
Very tired.
And if I haven't returned email or called you back yet, it is coming.
Gonna get on it.
That's right.
Paul Denon is here. Scott Wolf. Sandy. Ramon Rivera, Cruise Blues. Yeah, we do have the Cruise Blues. We do have a cruise booked. Well, we have the group cruise booked. Let's say that. That's definitely a cruise that's booked.
Yeah.
108 Days to the Breeze. I think that's correct.
Mock, the dive show was amazing.
Yeah, so what do you guys want to know about the Oasis? So let me just say this. It is unlike any other experience I've had on a cruise ship.
Right.
Now, I'm a little bit of a theater and circus arts and music nerd, and man, every itch I had got scratched.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable.
It was pretty awesome.
2 dive shows. They had a daytime dive show, which is kind of considered the not that great dive show. It was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have a nighttime show, which is really kind of a themed show, Cirque du Soleil type show. They had people that were in the Olympics on these dive teams.
It was amazing.
It was unbelievable. So, I mean, and I don't know. I can't even describe it. I knew I was going to be excited to go and check out that show itself, and it did not disappoint. And they only run
None of the entertainment disappointed.
They only run those dive shows a couple days a week, so you might be thinking, well, there's this huge aqua theater. They did a lot of stuff with that. That's where they showed the movies. They had 2 really huge screens, and they showed Ant-Man and the Wasp. They showed Hotel Transylvania 3. They showed Winnie the Pooh, and that was on the boardwalk. So give you a brief overlay of how the Oasis class ships work. They are divided into what they call neighborhoods,
right?
And there are seven neighborhoods on the cruise ship, and so but the major neighborhoods are the boardwalk, Central Park, and I don't know if the promenade's its own. It might be the shopping thing or whatever. But you know, you might
and
see,
they have 7 godmothers.
Yeah, each neighborhood has their own
Very
godmother.
Cool.
But the wild thing is, you might think, wow, the ship's huge. How do you get around? It's exactly the same as every other ship. There's an aft, there's a forward, and they use about 4 decks on the cruise ship to put all the stuff.
Right.
So even if you, like, we've been on several fantasy class ships, there's a forward, there's an aft, and they use 2 or 3 decks to put all the stuff. It's basically the same way. Once you figure out the layout, it was super easy to get around. I know a question that's come at us a lot. How are the crowds on the ship? They use 24 elevators, 12 in the mid front and 12 in the mid back to move the people between the decks. That was, to me, that was the only place that was really crowded on the cruise ship, and you had to be comfortable piling into an elevator. There were plenty of time where we were the last 2 people on, and the thing was like jam packed. But
and there was a lot of crop dusting going on.
It wasn't me.
It wasn't.
It wasn't me, but there was a lot of people in the elevators. But other than that, they did a super great job of dispersing the lines.
Yeah. Now Janet, that is on also, her and Brian, her husband, were on the Allure at the same time.
Oh wow!
So
what did you guys think of that? It was kind of crazy. C. Jackson and I'd be curious if you had any difficulty in redeeming my Vegas onboard credit. Planning to do it myself. Dig this. As soon as we got it, it showed up in the cruise planner, and we bought stuff with it before we even went on the cruise.
Yeah, but just make sure that you
call them, right?
You have to call them first.
Yeah,
once
we went through the whole call them process, we spent the money before we got there. So we were able. Jenny got a really good deluxe beverage package that she got on sale on Black Friday. We used some of the money for that. If you go on a royal ship, they have this thing called First Night Done Right, and First Night Done Right is 50% off of specialty dining that they pick for you. So we did that, and then we also pre-booked Chops, which is another specialty dining. And then part of the deal that we got for where we booked the room, we got a free lunch at either Johnny Rocket's Sabor, which is Mexican, or Giovanni's Table, which is Italian. And we did Sabor, which was really good.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Thank you, Jeremy Buxton, with the nice super chat. Appreciate the generosity there.
Yeah, they just got off their first cruise.
Yeah, first cruise was amazing. I was constantly thinking about using your tips, and we thank you guys so much for making it even better for us. Thanks for being awesome.
You guys.
Thank you guys for being awesome, and thank you for the super chat. We appreciate it. Timothy, I'm just catching these questions here. Timothy, could you hear live music from the Central Park balcony?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and you'll see it on the videos. we were on deck 11, and the pool deck is on deck 15, and the band sets up right. So the Central Park and the boardwalk, there's a little sky walkway in between them, and the band would sit up right there. So you could hear the band. Now, the door was airtight, but you could still hear it. It wasn't loud enough to keep me from napping. Like, I know I fell asleep for 20 minutes at 2 o'clock one day, but I think there's got to be some sort of quiet time, because after 10 o'clock, I think, and I don't think the music started till noon, so there's a big gap where there's no noise at all.
Right.
The other thing that I didn't realize before we went, and this was our first balcony experience, the other thing I didn't realize before we went was that was all open air. And so on the first day it rained. So we woke up the next day and there was water on the balcony, which I wasn't anticipating. The cool thing, and a lot of this you'll see on the videos, Central Park is open air. It's really slick when it gets wet, but they have an umbrella station. So right before you walk out into that open area, they have umbrellas that you can carry, and then there's a place to return them when you get to the other side. Yeah. Which was kind of cool.
Yes. Yeah, that was pretty slick. The Central Park, for sure.
Christine, how would you rate this cruise on the Oasis of all we've taken? It's the best cruise we've ever been on. I mean,
agree.
Wouldn't you say that?
I'd agree.
I don't have anything to compare it to, and so something else will have to take its spot, but it was the best cruise. The ship was new, 2009. The entertainment was unbelievable. Every show had a dedicated staff. So there was a show called Come Fly With Me. I think they did use some of the divers, but the dive show were all diving acrobatic people. The Cats show was unbelievable, and those were all like Broadway people, and they were different people. I mean, it was amazing how much entertainment staff they had on that ship. And
well, I mean, when we were in Cats, it was like being on Broadway. It was amazing.
Yeah, no, it was unbelievable. I've never been to Broadway to see a play, but it was the quality. I was just reading the question, guys or Johnny Rockets? We had this conversation on the Cruise Geeks podcast that we recorded last night. Make sure you listen to the podcast, but we'll have it again here. So it's not really a fair comparison. Guys is free, and Johnny Rockets costs $12 per person. Johnny Rockets has other things other than hamburgers, so on our Johnny Rockets day we both got hamburgers. I got a BLT, Jenny got a grilled cheese, we got onion rings and fries. So Guy's Burger is better because it's free if you want to go with that, but if I had to pay $12 for both of them, I would pick Johnny Rockets
all day long.
Yeah, I like the burger better, but I would always pick Guy's because it's free.
Right. And I mean, their mushroom and Swiss at Johnny Rockets was phenomenal.
Yeah.
But like what I did bring up on the Cruise Geeks podcast was they may have not had a Guy's or a free hamburger, but they have the Doghouse. Yeah. And Guy's Burger, Doghouse, I'm picking Doghouse all day long.
I might pick the Doghouse. So the Doghouse, I think, had 6 different kind of sausages. So they had an all-beef hot dog, they had a bratwurst, they had an Italian sausage, they had like a chicken and apple sausage, and that was cool. Now, that it was probably open the same amount of time like the Guys would be. That was on the boardwalk, and so I didn't eat a sausage every day, but I ate a sausage maybe 4 of the 7 days just because it was easy to get to. But yeah, it was. But Johnny Rockets I thought was a good value for $12.
Absolutely.
I'm a little like sometimes I don't like to spend the money like that. Like, why am I paying for food when it's included? But we do like to try different things so that we can show you different things. And so I was happy to try Johnny Rockets, and it was a pleasant surprise. The grilled cheese that Jenny got was like an old school diner grilled cheese.
Yeah.
I could have eaten a couple of those.
It was so good. Carrie Ann, Merry Christmas, sweetheart.
Oh, Merry Christmas. Thank you. Let's see.
No, Carl. Anthony was never in the Doghouse. It was wonderful. Jamie, the brats were really good, right?
Yeah, and Griff told me to breathe. Griff and Alyssa, that's right. I'm fired up. And welcome. Good to see you guys tonight. Yeah, and speaking of Jamie, there'll be a little homage to our friend Jamie at Sharon at Sea. I'm not a big football guy. I've never been my whole life, but I know that Jamie is Goo Goo Gaga. Is that masculine enough? Can I say Goo Goo Gaga? I know Jamie's Goo Goo Gaga for the San Diego Chargers. I think they're still located in San Diego. And we boarded the ship on a Sunday, and I guess there was also Saturday night football. But it was really cool. You could get football in your stateroom. You could get football at several of the bars, and then they also showed the games on the Aqua Theater TVs, the huge screen. So football fans were not lacking for an opportunity to cheer on their favorite team, which I thought was cool. Made me think of you, Jamie.
Right.
So I didn't see the chart. I didn't watch any of it, but I don't know how the Chargers did. Hopefully they won.
Someone asked if we would ever cruise Carnival again. Absolutely.
Yes. We have a Carnival cruise booked.
Yeah, we have lots of Carnival cruises booked.
Yeah, so we kind of like playing the field. None of these loyalty programs have really made me feel like, I've got to be royal loyal or only cruise on Carnival. So that was our third cruise line this year. We cruised Carnival, we cruised Princess, and we cruised Royal. And if I could cruise 3 different cruise lines next year, I'd absolutely do it. We have 2 Carnival cruises next year. They're both group cruises. They still have spots open if you guys want to cruise with us and experience the Jenny and Tony experience. The one in April is really special because it's also a Cruise Geeks group cruise along with Loca Loca. That means Matt and Sandy will be there helping host the festivities, and we're kind of not completely like little cruise directors, but we do some little cruise director type stuff, so you get a little bit of fun that way. So we're going on the Breeze out of Port Canaveral in April.
Yes.
And then of course we're the second annual Loca Loca Halloween group cruise will be going out of Texas. We're going to the middle of the country, going out of Galveston I think it's just a couple days before Halloween, and that's going to be on the Vista. So that'll be our biggest Carnival ship, I think.
Yeah.
That's exciting. Tanya, Carrie Ann's birthday is in 2 days. Happy early birthday, Carrie Ann, and thank you guys for the super chat. We sure do appreciate it.
You want to sing happy birthday to her?
Yeah, you want to? It's Carrie Ann. Yeah. Anybody else got a birthday? Throw a name out real quick.
Yeah, let's go. You go first. Start.
All right. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Carrie Ann. Happy birthday to you. In 2 days.
We hope you have a wonderful birthday, sweetheart.
Yeah, Michael, to get the group discounts and the amenities and stuff like that, you do have to book to be a part of us. We're going to do some goodie bags and stuff like that, and those are for people that book through us. But if we are on a cruise ship and there are activities that are Loca activities, everybody's invited as long as it's kind of an open thing. If we all go play putt-putt or cornhole or whatever, or just hanging out, meet and greet, that's open to everybody. But to get all the goodies and all the specials, you gotta go through us.
Oh, it's Wicked Wonder's birthday today.
Wicked Wonder, well, I guess we could just call you Wicked Wonder, but happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday to you.
WW.
That happy birthday was for you. We just we said your name silently.
Mm-hmm. Someone asked about the solarium.
Solarium
I
was
loved
pretty
it.
cool.
It was the bomb.
Yeah, it was
I
really
think that,
nice.
Tony, you put up the picture. I fell asleep and took a nice nap. It was lovely. And we had dinner there one night. It's actually kind of like a specialty, but
they call it a specialty restaurant.
Yeah, but it's free. You have to make reservations for it, and why it's different is because you go up to the buffet for your appetizers and your dessert, but they bring you your entree.
Yeah,
and it was wonderful. The food was fantastic.
Yeah, so to describe the solarium, that is their adult area. It would be similar to the Serenity deck on Carnival ships, but this is covered. It had part glass ceiling, part open. It's at the front of the ship, so there's an observation area. Those little wicker clamshells face out to the ship going forward. Super nice. I know in the later Oasis classes they have retractable roofs, but that was another place that where when it rained you would get wet. Two hot dogs and a cold beer.
The doghouse, though.
The solarium had 2 hot dogs and a cold beer. No, 2 hot tubs and a cold pool, and it was super nice. We went over there on the day of Labadee. I got off at Labadee, took a picture of the ship, but we weren't really feeling the beach that day, and so we decided that we would just do some pools that were kind of shaded, and so that's what we did. We did the solarium on Labadee Day, and it was pretty sweet. Yeah, I enjoyed it. The hot tub was amazing.
The hot tub was amazing. Like, the view was just very cool. So people are asking about the casino as well.
Casino was interesting.
Casino was very interesting. So I lost what I budgeted up until the last day.
Yeah.
right? So the night before we left, and then the last sea day.
Yeah.
But I want a jackpot, y'all. But I play such minimum, but on a 60-cent bet, what was it, 189?
Yeah, I've never seen Jenny win money. It was insane.
Well, yeah, that's it. I've never won money before. And what was the first thing I did? So we were supposed to meet for lunch at 1.
Yeah.
Because you were out videoing.
Right.
And we were going to meet at 1.
Mm-hmm.
But at 12:30, I hit the jackpot. I cashed out. I said, I had to cash out. I'll be early. That's
right. Yeah, so I think I feel like...
Now, the craps table was a little different, right? Because...
Craps table is weird. So I had 10... I played 10... I went to the craps table 10 times. I was a winner 4 times and a loser 6 times. But it was the weirdest craps table because they only had single odds. So I had to try to figure out how to play the game differently because I've never really played on a single odds table. Mm-hmm. And without going into too much detail, it was just a pain in the butt. And then it was so weird. So the cool thing about the casino is half of it was smoking and the other half was non-smoking, and it was almost mirrored. So they had the same game. They had the same games in the non-smoking, the same table games, like you weren't stuck. But because they had 2 craps tables, they had trouble filling up the whole craps table. Normally the way the craps table work is there's a guy that has a stick that pushes the dice around, and then there's 2 dealers that stand opposite of them working the same bets on each side of the layout. Well, they would close half the craps table. It was so weird. Anyways, without getting into too much details, I did not win, but it was fun, but it was weird.
Right, and they do their points much differently than like their casino points. So I actually received more points than you did.
Yeah.
And
I probably had more money at risk, but Jenny got more points.
Right. But they roll over the points, so they're good for like till March 31st and of each year, so you can keep rolling them over. But they actually gave me, what was it, $100 off our next cruise, and we could use it like within a year to book. So I mean, they're really pretty generous with their points in the casino.
Yeah, not for craps players. I just noticed that Adventures Ahead's in. Welcome back from your cruise.
Hey, you guys.
Josh, the NES Revolution, is in. Welcome back. Ann is in. Josh said he broke even in the casino last week. Oh, good. Which, you know what that means, right? You never lose. If you're if you're people who gamble, you never lose. You always break even. So yeah. So I had 4 winners, 6 losers. I was about even. How about that?
Okay.
How about that?
Whatevs.
David Burgess is from the land of Oz. Good day, sir. I believe it's hot. It's summer there, is what I'm hearing.
Someone asked about the Voom on the internet.
All I want to do is a Voom, Voom, Voom. That was awesome.
The internet was totally amazing on the ship. It was like you were on land.
No, it wasn't like you were on land, Jay. I mean, come on. But it was good.
I mean, I was able to do phone calls.
I know.
Like FaceTime.
Yeah, so I was running the speed test on it. I was getting 3 meg down, which is really good for a cruise ship, and I was getting 1.2 meg up. So it wasn't like enough to upload a video, but it was enough to do live streams and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, so I think the speed test I did before tonight, we're getting 18 up and 200 down or something like that. So it's a little different than being on land, Jenny. Mm-hmm. I mean, come on.
Janet, I did the coin pusher as well.
Nothing. Like, not a coin. I think we only did $6. So $6 in and not a coin drop.
Yeah, well, I may have done a little bit more than $6.
Oh, well, $6 that I was there for.
Yes. What was the name of that? Let me see.
Oh, Chris said, yeah, that's pretty good. I'm assuming the Edge probably has... he's talking about Celebrity Edge, 1 meg up, 7 meg down. That's pretty quick for a cruise ship, so sounds like they got some good stuff going on.
So the slot machine I was playing was Wild and Fury.
That's the one with the dragons?
Oh, yes, I love
it. Jenny was like Daenerys Targaryen. She was the mother of dragons. I've never seen anybody yell for dragons as much as Daenerys Targaryen. So,
come on! Give me that bonus!
Tony Travels, what's up, buddy? Thank you for the welcome back. Guys. We're glad to have you. What are you asking, Matt? You said I got on an MSC hat? I forgot I had that on. Okay. Well, that could be another story for another day.
Yeah.
Or it could be a story for later. I don't know.
Stick around. You'll see.
Let's see. Yeah, that Jay was mentioning run the speed test. I get nerdy like that.
So, so Janet said that the internet was good too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's talk about that refreshment package.
Yeah, so Jenny had the deluxe beverage package, and you paid... What did you pay originally?
So originally, it was $25 a day.
Yeah.
Then it went down to $18 a day. Like it was like 30% off or whatever. So with Royal, they call it the cruise planner, and they will send you emails like if they have a special, like on the dining or refreshments or excursions. But anyway, so on Black Friday, I was able to get the refreshment package for $15 a day, which was fantastic. So what the refreshment package is, and I'll tell you, I really love how Royal set up all of their beverage packages. So you can get just the Coke, and they have the freestyle Coke machines.
Yes. So
you can get like 325 different things, like cherry Coke, water, the lemon Dasani, all that kind of good stuff. And then they had a coffee card. That was $31 for 15. We didn't get that. But anyway, and then of course they have the alcohol package. And then right in between is what I got.
The deluxe beverage.
The deluxe beverage. So it was everything on the ship except for alcohol.
Right.
So I got mocktails, like strawberry daiquiris and just what else? Powerade.
Coffee.
Vitamin
energy
water.
Drink,
my specialty coffees, which were phenomenal. Bottled water. That's really about it. But I mean, it worked out so well. I loved it.
The cool thing about it is only one person in the cabin had to have it.
Right.
And then I also had the soda deal where they gave me a cup and I was able to go to the soda machines.
Right.
You guys know I don't like it because I don't like dealing with the robots, and so I was getting my soda from the robots. But the cool thing about the soda package there is they put a little Coke sticker on your CPass card. That's what they call it. I had to learn that. They put it on your CPass card, and you can just flash that at a bar. And they were giving us Coke in a glass, so I didn't have to carry the robot Coke drink thing around. I didn't have to deal with the robots. Somebody asked earlier how we like Sorrentos. I tell you what, I really did like Sorrentos. The pizza, I mean, it's not it's not the end all be all pizza if you're a pizza connoisseur. But it was really good every time that we had it. And then there was a bar right there. So as I was in line for my pizza, I would get a soda so I could get a slice and a Coke. And the cool thing, and it was kind of funny, there's another podcast out there that Matt and I both listen to called Always Be Booked. And it's hosted by a New York guy named Tommy. And he has a conspiracy theory that says that Carnival purposefully slows down their pizza service. I don't know if it's true, but it feels like it because we've had that experience so that people don't get more pizza. Well, the Sorrentos is almost the opposite. They crush the line. Whenever a line would show up at Sorrentos, they would crush it because they always had pizzas going. So it was a cool experience. Even like at 2 a.m, you could quickly get pizza and a Coke, and it was good.
Right. So Scott Wolf, so yes, they have like an equivalent to the Cheers package, but they also have, because I don't drink a lot of alcohol, so it doesn't pay for me to get that.
Yeah.
So this is underneath and much cheaper than the alcohol package. So for me, it was wonderful. And I really wish, now the Starbucks wasn't included on my card, but you can use your app on the Starbucks on the ship. And also their coffee card, you can get your Starbucks coffee. Yeah,
I think I did the Starbucks twice just because we could get free drinks. Like since I had the soda, I don't really drink a lot of soda, but I was like, I'm not going to pay for coffee when I can get free soda. And so I did do Starbucks twice. I'd already preloaded my app, and that way I got the loyalty stuff through Starbucks. Somebody asked, do we drink? We really don't drink. I'm pretty much hyped up and ready to go sober.
Yes, you are.
If you get a lot of alcohol in me, that's like me at a level 10, which can be fun for a little while. but it's not sustainable because I become a little bit of a crazy man. So I like to keep my wits about me, and I do have a good time. People that have hung out with me and cruised with me know that I am a little zany sober. And so one of the old school comedian Bobcat Goldthwait, I say old school because he was popular in the 80s. He had this joke in his live special. He constantly drinks Tab. And somebody said, why do you drink? And Tab's an old soda. Like, if you're young, you might not even know what that is. Why are you constantly drinking soda? And he said, well, the reason I drink Tab is because I've never told a cop off drinking a 6-pack of Tab, but a 6-pack of Budweiser had a different effect. So I work at that Bobcat level that I'm already on the edge. I don't need, but I did try one drink. So I was fascinated. I'd never had an old fashioned. We went to the Schooner bar to listen to piano music, and it was like a kind of cool vibe kind of thing. And they had a cocktail menu there, and they were featuring old fashions. And so I had a bourbon old fashioned, and it was delicious. And I was glad to try it.
Yeah. Someone asked the difference between the regular coffee and the Starbucks. So I was able to get specialty coffees, espresso, anything that I wanted. I got my white chocolate mocha, which I love, and it was fantastic. It was Seattle's best, which we were told is also owned by Starbucks.
Yeah. So three types of coffee on the. Well, there could have been more, but you could get coffee at the coffee dispenser in the buffet.
Right.
And then on the Royal Promenade at the cafe, they had espresso machines, so they were drawing espressos and making like Jenny's white chocolate mocha. Mm-hmm. That was Seattle's best. And then you could go to the Starbucks. So there were a lot of coffee options there, which I was excited about.
Right.
They made my coffee exactly like they did on land, so that was kind of cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Klaykowski's, we watched the elevator bar. I never rode the thing. Like that was so I had a list of things I wanted to do. I wanted to go have a beer in the Globe and Atlas, which is their pub style venue. I did look at the menu, and all the beers were like beers I could get at the Kroger at my house, or we don't have Kroger here, but at the grocery store here. And so I'm like, well, I don't really care to go just sit and have a beer that I've had before. If they'd had like something that they made special there that I could talk about, I would have done that. Mm-hmm. But it was a cool venue, and they had live music there every night. I just never made it over there. The same way I never made it on the ride of the Sky of the bar that went up and down. But I did take some video of it.
We did ride the merry-go-round though. Yes,
we did. That was pretty awesome. Mm-hmm. It broke the ride before we got on there, and instead of fixing it, the lady saw how excited we were to get on the carousel. They let us ride it. It made the worst noise.
Colin, any secret spots? So, of course, there's that spot up on 14. Mm-hmm. And there's actually a secret bathroom there, which was nice.
Yes.
And there wasn't really many places that you could really sit and relax. I mean, I didn't see any
like
that
sit
were
and
quiet. Relax. I think you found a couple in the shade, though, right?
Yeah, I mean the cool thing, the pool deck is so huge that they have a lot of. They have cool chairs there that you can actually. You're not forced to either just lay down and then fight the deck chair. They had some seated, like some curved deck chairs with the footrest. That was cool. They had those in the shade and in the sun. So there were definitely.
Oh, and someone said Central Park. Absolutely,
yeah, Central Park was a great place. But if you wanted to sit and watch the sea, you could do that on the pool deck, which was kind of nice. Somebody asked when the vlogs are coming. So I'm ready to crack into them. Of course, I pulled some footage and made the Disney sail away. I documented our wonderful time with Pair DJ. And so I'm ready to go. The only thing is, like, if I do them daily like I normally do, we're going to run through Christmas. And we like to do the premiere where everybody can come in and live chat. I don't know if anybody wants to do that on Christmas Eve and Christmas. So I don't know what to do. I honestly don't know what to do, whether to start cranking them out or to stagger them out a little bit.
Yeah. So Carl asked how crowded was the Windjammer for real. So
it was crowded.
It was crowded.
Yeah.
There were plenty of times we were able though to find different areas like the Wipeout Cafe. Nobody goes there.
Right.
And they have like a very little part of that food, and they have hamburgers and hot dogs, in the afternoon. but the breakfast was all the same. I did like they had chicken sausage, which was really good. Mm-hmm. But Windjammer, yeah, it was crowded. Never a line on the outside of Windjammer.
Yeah.
But to find a spot, to sit, it was a little difficult sometimes. But they're very helpful, the crew, to find you a table. So
it's pretty funny. So we're into crowd avoidance, right? So when we notice that there's a consistent crowd, then we try to make another plan. And
right.
Sure enough, we went to the Windjammer maybe the last sea day, and it was jam packed. And we knew that Wipeout Cafe had basically the same food. And then we went and watched people on the sports deck. But it was interesting. Like the first time we sat down in the Windjammer, an announcement came on and said, "Don't dilly dally." Basically,
yeah. Get out,
eat your food, and get out so we can set some other people down. Like that was a regular announcement that would come on. I was like, "Wow!"
Yeah.
But it wasn't bad. I'm not huge on the buffet, anyways, and so I think that's kind of why I like the MDR experience, because you can make a reservation. We had anytime dining, but we made reservations. And so, no wait, you just go and get seated and start eating, and I kind of like that.
That's right, Mary. I take that back. There is no Wipeout Cafe on the ship.
No. You don't know where that's at.
Oh, but let's talk about the roast beef sandwiches that Klukowski's told us about.
Who recommended the roast beef sandwich?
It was Klukowski's.
My goodness. So, we heard this a couple times. Make sure you go to the Park Cafe and have the roast beef sandwich. Now, it's on me. Like I should have said we appreciate the recommendation and we trust you guys. We're going to run right over there. There was just so many other things. We'll go get the hot dogs. We'll go do this. We finally made it on the last sea day to the Park Cafe to get the roast beef sandwich. It was the best dang sandwich on the cruise ship.
It was fantastic.
There was a carving station there. They were slicing the roast beef fresh. It was wonderful, and I was kicking myself for not going there before then.
Yeah, no, it was fantastic.
How was the seating in the shows? Now, the cool thing, in the Aqua Theater, they have benches, and then they have seats. Perfect. In the Opal Theater, they had regular seats, and then they also had some seats that were bigger. And so we figured out pretty early where those bigger seats were, and one of them was down on the floor. So if you saw our live before we saw Come Fly With Me, we were pretty close to the stage in very comfortable seats.
Yeah.
Which was kind of nice. They make some accommodation for the fluffy cruiser. And what did we see? We went to the ice rink twice, and both nights they had chairs that were perfect. And then in the comedy club, they have seating that doesn't have arms, and so we didn't run into any trouble. I'll tell you the best seating, and it was the jazz club. We sat on a huge red, beautifully upholstered couch and listened to some jazz standards sung by the Cats cast. So it was awesome.
Yeah, it was. So MDR. So we did do the Anytime.
Yeah.
We made all of our reservations before we got on the ship through the cruise planner, and that was very helpful for us. What I did like is that they put us at the same table. I don't know if they do that at Carnival. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Because we didn't eat all
that
the time.
Consistently, yeah.
But they sat us at the table with the same servers, and the MDR was awesome.
Yeah, it was great. First time ever on a cruise ship, I got free lobster tail, so that was kind of cool. We went on the second formal night. We didn't get super dressed up, which was cool. No hassle there. I mean, we followed the little dress code, but and lobster and prime rib, it was delicious. And then we went another night, and wait till you see it. Like the escargot was off the chain.
Oh,
yeah, there was some good food.
What about the dessert? We finally had.
Oh, Baked Alaska.
Baked Alaska.
I've never had Baked Alaska. That was good.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
So our room. I loved having a balcony. It was nice. It was nice to have the sofa in there. It was beautiful, and it was well taken care of. Our shout out to, his name was Tony de Guzman. He was one of the best, he was the best cabin steward that we've ever had. So kudos to Royal for, hiring such a wonderful guy. He was fantastic. I can't say enough about him.
Yeah, so the cabin itself, we've only stayed in interiors previously, and one of our interiors experience had a portal, which was kind of cool, because you had a little extra shelf space and you got to see outside. First room we ever had with a sofa, and I liked the sofa more than the the balcony. So I did go out on the balcony, film some time lapse, and hung out a little bit. But I tell you what, I loved plopping down on the sofa. That is the thing I'm going to be looking for going forward. The cheapest room I can find with a sofa, balcony, or no balcony, I'm down with that.
Mm-hmm. Good night, Michelle. I hope you feel better.
Good night, Josh and Michelle. Thanks for coming by.
And that was one thing, too, I wanted to point out also. Everybody, the crew on Royal, everybody was smiling. Everybody was happy. It was like Royal must treat them very well, I would think.
Or threaten them
sternly. But no, seriously, they all had smiles. They were also helpful. I mean, it was... The staff was phenomenal.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
Ooh, Colin said that Royal Interiors have sofas. That's interesting.
That is interesting. So, War Eagle, the shower was cool.
Yeah, I like the shower.
It was tiny,
yeah,
but you didn't have the shower curtain,
right,
which was lovely.
Yeah.
You know, sticking to you. It was, what did you call it?
I called it the shower pod.
Yeah.
It looked like a tube that you got in. It had plastic. This is the way my head works, though. I mean, all it is a round shower with plastic doors that come together like that.
Right.
Almost like the transporter, on the Enterprise. But anyways, yeah, it was great because great water pressure, good temperature, and then you could enclose yourself in this pod, and it would be like... It was like futuristic. So I'm sure Jenny got tired of every time I got done with the shower, I would go, shower pod, disengage.
He did.
Shower pod, engage. And I'm sure she was like, what's going on in there? But yeah, that's fine. White Knock, no, this was our 6th cruise and our first balcony. Those are the numbers on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
But, interior, I like the interior room. I like all the rooms.
Yeah. Carl, we had one portal room. It did not have a sofa, so I don't know if it's all of them.
Well, it was on the fantasy.
On the fantasy, yeah.
So maybe those. I know on the Vista we have an interior with a sofa.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, hey girl, thank you.
Yeah.
Ellen, she doesn't even leave a comment. She just gives the super chat, and we know that the love is there. Hey girl.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what? So, Mary, I had read on the Oasis that when you just had the refreshment package and you would go up to the bar and just ask for soda or bottles of water, that the bartenders were a little rude to you. At first, I was really concerned about that. But, after a while, I mean, how could you be mean as soon as Tony and I walk up with these smiles? Hey, can we have a Coke? Did we get a chance? They were super nice.
Yeah, we didn't have any of that at all.
Yeah.
Did we join the balcony club? I'm not sure what that is, Jamie.
I don't know.
Maybe you'll have to text me later and let me know exactly what that is.
I do have to say this though. A lot. So I loved our room overlooking the Central Park. It was lovely. I loved it. It was a great experience. But I think if I go on an Oasis class again, I would like to get an ocean view balcony.
That'd be neat, yeah.
Only because it was not that I think that everything is so inward on that ship. So it, you had to go to the top floor to see the ocean, that kind of stuff. Yeah. So I think that having an ocean view may ease that a little bit.
Yeah, and the other interesting thing about the inside balcony is there is another set of inside balconies directly across from you.
Right.
So at night, if you didn't think to close the curtain, or if they didn't think to close the curtain, it could be a pretty wide open experience. So you had to be conscious of okay, if I'm going to change clothes now, can somebody see in the room? I'm assuming you don't have to do that when you're out to sea on an ocean facing balcony. So I'm sure you can. That's not a big deal, but it was there. So.
Aw, thanks, Joe. That's sweet.
So Tweety is in the house. Love the pictures. Yeah, I hope you guys liked. We had that fast internet, and so we did our best to share.
Oh, look at what's now. Now I know what the balcony club is.
Oh, you didn't know what that was?
I didn't.
I was trying to play like we didn't know what that was, Jenny. Like, oh, what's the balcony club?
I didn't know.
Well, yeah. So that's a whole nother story. For another time.
Mm-hmm. Brett, did the ship ever feel crowded? Yes. And it was really just at the elevators.
And
maybe the Windjammer at breakfast.
Yeah, somebody asked how was embarkation, debarkation. So the 3 pain points to me on a cruise are getting on the ship, getting off the ship, and the muster drill. Mm-hmm. We had an interesting situation on this cruise. This is, when we cruise on Carnival, we pay our money for faster the fun. We go as early as we can, and we get on the cruise ship. On Princess, we went late. We timed it so that we could get on, go right to our room. That was perfect. Here, we were allowed to get on the cruise ship at 11:30, but the night before, they had anticipated something, and they said, don't come till 12:30. I think they told everybody not to come to 12:30. Now, we found out one of the issues is they had a passenger who apparently had to get kicked off the ship because they didn't want to get off. They had to find them and pull them off the ship. So it got delayed to 12:30, and then they had to find the person, and so it was delayed even more. So we didn't leave our shuttle until 1 o'clock. And when we got to the cruise port, there was a queue, like a line, to even get in the cruise port that was substantial. Mm-hmm. And then when we got in the cruise port, there was a line that was substantial. But here it is. We went from shuttle all the way to our room within an hour. I don't know if that's good or bad. Now, we've used Faster the Fun and went from the door, the drop-off point to our room in 15 minutes. It was an hour. We did self-assist for debarkation. That means we had 2 suitcases, the camera backpack and the regular backpack. They said come down to deck 5, which is the main deck where you get off the ship, at 6 a.m. And by 6 a.m., we didn't have to wait. We walked into a line and started walking off the ship. So we went from our cabin at about 6:10 to our car at about 7 a.m. So about 50 minutes to get all the way back to our car. In 50 minutes. It wasn't horrible, but that ship was big when it was
big.
Like, during the week, you're only walking part of it at a time. For debarkation, I think we walked the whole length of it to get through the terminal.
There was so...
Hey Now. I don't know what that was about.
I mean, that's Howard Stern, right?
Hey Now, yeah.
So Royal just came out with something that's kind of like, and we'll try to do a vlog on it, but it's something like Fast and the Fun, not completely like it. But it's called The Key.
Yeah.
And we'll do a comparison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was interesting that one of the perks of The Key is good seats at the theater. So
that itself is probably worth it.
They had spots roped off for their diamond, platinum, and then people that had the key, they could come and get special seats.
Right.
So.
Right. Carl, I was wondering why you weren't on there, but I think that it was because you were getting off the Bliss.
Oh, that's right.
I hope you guys had a great time.
Tina maybe tried the Key and said it's not worth it. Somebody asked what we thought about Quest. That was our first Quest experience. Mm-hmm. My understanding is that it's not as debaucherous as Carnival's. I was able to film a good... Now, what's interesting on their Quest is the very first thing they say is, let's go over the rules. First rule, grab your camera.
Right.
That's what it said. Like, I didn't take a camera. All I had was my phone because I thought, well, I don't, Here's the deal, right? So Quest is an adult game show where people who like to be looked at, I'm assuming, get up and do crazy stuff. And then people that like to look at crazy stuff, which I'm one of those people, go and enjoy the show. Now, part of me goes, if you're a person that likes to be looked at, I don't know that you would care to be filmed or not. But out of respect, I'm like, I'm not going to film that. So I left my cameras and stuff, and all I had was my cell phone. But then in the beginning, they're like, yeah, grab your camera and take pictures. And the quest is you're on a quest to find stuff. So like the first quest is find somebody, not the captain of the team. I need you to find me a pink shirt from a guy, and the guy's not wearing it. So basically, they're saying they want a dude to take his pink shirt off.
Right.
It was real tame like that. I filmed some of that with my cell phone so that I can give you guys a little flavor of it. It got a little racy at the end, but not like watching Baywatch racy, and that's not even racy. But I'm just saying it didn't get too crazy. But yeah, it was fun. I liked it. But the thing that I liked even better was the Battle of the Sexes show, which was a real high energy, fun thing.
Right.
And so I don't know.
Right.
We'll have to go to Quest on Carnival and see how crazy.
Well,
it gets.
I mean, in April we have Mark Robinson and Ann.
Yeah. Mark's won the Quest.
They're ready.
Yeah, Mark's won the Quest. I can't wait to go see that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Yeah, D&G Explorers, you can't go wrong. It was like no other cruise experience I've had so far. It was really good.
And even when we got off the ship at the ports, like to look at the ship, it's like, wow, that's massive.
Yeah.
Like it's massive.
The wild thing, so I like to film off the side of the ship when we're in port. You could not see the dock from the pool deck, which was so weird. Like normally, apparently, if you want to watch pier runners on the Oasis class, there's a jogging track that's on deck 5. That's the place to go and watch pier runners. You couldn't see the pier from the top of the ship. It was so big. It was unbelievable.
Right. How did so Captain Table's MDR, the casino was big.
It was really big.
Yeah, it was pretty big. What Tony likes because he doesn't smoke, but they have a smoking section, non-smoking section. Like he said, it's mirrored. And when you're in the non-smoking section, you can't smell the smoke.
It was weird. I don't know how they did it. I don't know what kind of hocus pocus they used. There were no walls in between it. But sure enough, when you cross from the smoking to the non-smoking, it was great. So one of the neighborhoods, we talked about that earlier, one of the neighborhoods is called the entertainment neighborhood. So on deck 4, you have the casino, and then you have the art gallery, and the casino is really isolated. You can get there off the Royal Promenade down a little circular stairway, and then you have to walk all the way out through the art gallery, through 2 long corridors, to get to the Studio B, which is the ice skating, Blaze, which is a club that they would have events, the Comedy Live, and the Opal Theater. And as soon as you walk those long hallways, you could not smell smoke, and you could not smell smoke up on the Royal Promenade. So they did a really good job of isolating the casino. Huge casino. You could smell smoke when you were in it on the smoking side, but other than that, you didn't really smell smoke on the cruise ship. So it was kind of cool.
Yeah, I thought so. So, how bad did the ship rock, if any? I didn't feel anything.
That ship was really stable. Now, every once in a while, you could feel some movement, but because the thing was so... And we had some choppy water. Like, I think I filmed some real significant white caps. It was super stable. Like, I think if you're prone to motion sickness, I would get on that big ship because it didn't move much at all.
No. Milkshakes were fantastic, Mark. How many people on the cruise on Oasis? What was it? What did they tell us?
6,400, maybe 2,800 crew. I think altogether it was close to 9,000 crew and passengers. It was a lot.
Yeah, it was like definitely a city. Hey, Dave and Brandy.
Violet Eyes. I'm so glad you said that. I didn't know if that was fun or not. She said she liked how we posted the this was an idea that came to me when I knew we were going to meet Paradijay. I was going to do Whose Breakfast Is It? But with them getting off the ship, us getting on the ship, it was really hard to coordinate ideas. Yeah. I'm really excited about the time that we had anyways, that it wasn't too like, let's do some stuff.
Right.
But I did carry that idea onto the cruise and said, okay, maybe we can post our breakfast and people can pick out which is which.
Colin, I know you are going soon. Hey Mama, thank you for welcoming us home and our box that we received.
My mom sent us this huge box of nuts and bolts. Ooh,
yeah.
Delish.
So Colin, what was our favorite meal? Prime rib and the lobster tail? Is that what that was?
Mine was the Solarium Bistro dinner.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to agree with that.
Oh, you don't have to agree. Yours could be the prime rib and lobster.
No, I forgot about the
Your favorite thing was the escargot anyways, I think.
Oh, my goodness. Let me just talk to you about the escargot on Royal. So, I love it on Carnival, but when we were on the Elation for the group cruise, they changed how they did it.
Yeah.
It doesn't come in the little platter anymore with the individual
like
things.
the dish with the little holes,
But Royal puts it was garlic butter and breadcrumbs and then it was so good.
Yeah, so we were part of our booking deal is we got the internet package included, so I'm not 100% sure how much it cost. I think the one that we have, the day that we got on, there was a special for $15.99 a day, which is kind of expensive, I know, but it was well worth it. They have a couple packages. The one that we had was the highest end where you can stream and do other stuff like that.
Right.
They have a lower end, but I think that's still like at the $10 mark. But it's good. I mean, for social media and stuff like that. But
did it feel like 6,000 passengers? No, never.
Again, we're into crowd avoidance, and so we're just never going to the Windjammer at 8:30 in the morning where everybody's at. So it was super crowded. So on the final day, they did a lot of cool farewell stuff. And so they make a huge cake out on the boardwalk. They had popcorn and they had cotton candy. The boardwalk was full on that day with kids and families, and that felt super crowded, but the whole goal was to get everybody out there to have a little celebration. They had like a Dixieland jazz band going. It was wonderful. Super crowded. Right. And then the night of the parade, super crowded.
Super crowded.
But we knew that. But most of the time, you'll see on the videos, like on most of our videos, we find where the crowd's not and just enjoy the ship that way. So,
right.
And then, but it wasn't bad at all. And then the cool thing, like on a port day, like when everybody got off to go to Labadee, the ship felt really empty, like you had the run of the place. Wonderful. So it's a huge cruise ship with hardly any people. There were a lot of people that stayed on, but it was wild.
Where was our muster drill? In the champagne bar.
In the champagne bar.
Yes.
The muster drill was like it was the best. Yeah. The life. They don't even have life jackets in the room, which is weird. I didn't get to take a safety first picture because there's no life jacket in the room. But yeah, they're at the muster station, and we watched a video from the captain, and that was it. The lifeboats. I don't think I took a picture that the lifeboats hold 400 people each.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Which I think is really huge. Like, I can't remember what the fantasy class holds, but these lifeboats were huge.
Matt, enough of your science teaching right there.
Don't ruin Escargot.
Don't ruin it for me, Matthew. What was your favorite port? I enjoyed both the ports that I got off at. I stayed on for Labadee.
We went to Jamaica and Cozumel, and we didn't really venture beyond the ports. We don't really like to do the port stuff too much, and so we ate Jamaican patties and drank Jamaican coffee in Jamaica. And then in Cozumel, we wandered around. Jenny found the rock. So I know there's the duck hiders out there, but there's also rock hiders. And in the middle of the shops in Cozumel, we found this cool hand-painted Mexico rock. And then we spent some time at Margaritaville, so I guess we had 2 drinks on the cruise. We had that pina colada with Fireball in it.
Right.
That was delicious.
It was.
So we had fun. And then the interesting thing, let me tell you what I did. So I took money off the cruise ship, and I'm the worst about saying no to stuff, so we bought some souvenirs. Then the guy came over and like, oh, can I take your picture with this heart? And I thought that would be funny. And I'm like, oh, where do I get this picture at? And so by the time that I bought the picture from the guy and we bought all of our souvenirs, I didn't have enough cash to pay for the Margaritaville bill. Right. And I'm like, oh, we'll just put it on our credit card. I didn't bring a credit card. All I brought was the passports and the cash and our ship cards. And so I'm like, oh, I've got to go back to the ship, leave poor Jenny here at Margaritaville and go get that. Fortunately, Jenny's debit card was in her passport, and it all worked out. But I thought for a while we were going to have to wash dishes at Margaritaville. Which is crazy.
Yeah, no, that wouldn't have happened. So it's 10:03.
Oh, wow. Is it 10 o'clock already?
It is.
Wow.
People were asking about the hat.
Oh, yeah. All right. So what's our cruise countdown? Let's see, Jenny.
April 13th.
April 13th. The silence.
What's it gonna be?
Oh, I've got our Sharon at Sea group cruise countdown on my Carnival app, which is 675 days away. Have you heard about the Sharon at Sea Loca Loca group cruise? We booked so many people that they want us to call in now. We can't do it online anymore. So that's going to be a happening cruise.
It is.
Jamie, are you going to be a part of the balcony club? I still got to do some research on what that is, but that is the group cruise in October 2020. Let me go to Shipmate. If you guys are on Shipmate and you want to follow along and see what cruises we're going on, we are La Lita Loca on Shipmate. Okay, The next cruise I have in the Shipmate app is the Carnival Breeze on April the 13th, which is 115 days away. Do you have the other one in there? What's the date on the other one? Give me a date in February that might be fun to cruise, Jenny.
February 16th?
February the 16th. Let me see how many days that is to February the 16th. Hold on. That's a 2019 cruise.
I know, Stacey, you're going on that back-to-back. That's so exciting.
February the 16th. All right, I'm just going to add it. I've been avoiding adding it. All right, here's our real cruise countdown. 59 days until we go down to Miami with a bunch of people from Jenny's family, our wonderful cousin Tara, Jenny's aunts, Jenny's sister. It is going to be a grand old time. Miami in 59 days. On the newest ship that we've ever been on, a 2018 ship. It's the MSC Seaside. Seaside in 60 days. I am so excited. This is like 2 buckets. So like on my bucket list right now are an Oasis class ship. Check. It is the MSC Seaside coming up. Check. If you could get me on the Bliss and the Celebrity Edge in 2019, all my dreams would come true. Group cruise with the Locafam was on the list. Check. And some more of those coming up. MSC Seaside in 60 days out of Miami. I'm so excited.
I'm excited.
So excited.
I can't wait. Yes, Ellen, our anniversary is the last day we're on that cruise.
The deuce of February. We will be married for 16 years. How crazy is that? I don't know how many days that is.
That's a long time.
What's that old joke where the guy on his 50th wedding anniversary is at the table crying, and I don't remember the joke, but he said he could have been out of prison by now. I think that's the punchline.
We're actually on a balcony.
Yeah. We are living the dream, absolutely.
Yes. Beer prov on Seaside.
Beer prov, that sounds...
Thank you, guys.
I can't wait to see how European it is. The more European, the better for me.
European?
Yeah. Well, look, if you're American in the kitchen, what are you in the bathroom?
I don't know.
European, Jenny. Come on.
Oh. Funny. Gray, 2020, the only thing that we have right now is the La Lita Loca Sharon at Sea group cruise, Halloween. Group cruise. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we don't have anything else on the books yet. Mm-hmm. So, because we don't
That's right, Carl. He is so excited.
We don't really plan until like 2 months ahead. We just roll the dice. That's how it is when you're a craps player. You hope the numbers come up that you want, and when the numbers come up that you want, you take it and you go.
That's right. That is right.
Donna Kalura, I'm an independent contractor, so anytime that I'm on a cruise, I'm not getting paid. And Jenny has been with her company that has a generous vacation program.
Absolutely.
And she gets a lot of. I think she gets a lot of days. So, yeah, that's the way it works, and they're pretty cool about it. So.
Yeah. So the shows and Jamie and Sharon are going to be on the same cruise in January.
Exactly.
Horizon. Someone did ask about how we felt about the Mardi Gras and the roller coaster. Yeah. Sandy and I, the cruise geekettes. We talked about it on Tony and Matt's podcast yesterday.
Yeah. But I know
just came out before we went live.
Everything in my life is associated with the song, so whenever you say roller coaster, I say roller coaster of love. That should be pretty wild. I think that would be fun. I've heard pros and cons. People are saying, oh, it could be noisy, it could be crazy, but look, they're going to find a way to make it everything that it needs to be. I'm all for innovation. I saw so many cool things on this last ship that I like the fact that these cruise lines are doing everything they can to win all of our business. They're doing everything they can to put cool and exciting stuff. I just want them to strike the balance between traditional cruising, old school cruising, and new school. Like, I want it to be both, right? One of my favorite things on the Caribbean Princess was tea time every day in a dining room, formal tea time with hot scones. Mm-hmm. It was lovely. I would like that and a roller coaster. Like, I don't think it has to be either or, but I don't know if they can strike that balance and if they would get enough people to do it. This was interesting. We did hear, I was in a game finished that lyric where it was millennials versus people that were 40 and older. And on the Oasis, the average age of the cruiser was 40 years old. It'd be cool to get that stat on every cruise, but this cruise that we just came off of, we were a little bit older than the average age.
Yeah. Carl, knock it off with the podcast. That was our fault because we were out on the Oasis. You know, Matt can't do the podcast. I mean, he could, but...
It would be different.
It would be different.
Yeah, Tuesday's our new release date, so you actually got in on the first day of when we release the podcast. It's not late. It's a brand new release date.
That's right.
Let's see.
Mark, I love Gatlinburg. I hope you have a great time.
Oh, yeah, Gatlinburg's fun. Yeah, Finish That Lyric was kind of cool. This was Christmas lyrics. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Maybe bad snow weather. Matt, I ordered 2 brand new microphones today. Just I hadn't talked to you, so there you're getting it live. I got new gear coming for my side, and I have a mixing board. I got
Carl,
to dig out of a
I know
closet.
you're just teasing. I'm just teasing you.
Carl's teasing because he's super Team Tony. So tease away, sir.
No, he is not.
Can we get a Team Tony? Do you guys want to see a vlog this week, or do you want me to wait till after the holidays? If I can get a couple Team Tonys, maybe I'll get a vlog out this week.
Cunard. I mean, eventually, I would love to get on Cunard. I mean, we'll see.
We'll do them all. Like, so what's a big one we haven't been on? We need to go on Norwegian. I want to go on the Bliss, but I'll probably have to wait until year 2 or 3 of that ship because it's really expensive. Same thing with Celebrity Edge. I would like to do that. And Disney, we would like to get on Disney, but there's no there's no casino. So
no casino. Carl felt like he was getting an Anthony.
Oh, the Team Tony. I might have to edit some vlogs.
You might have to.
I might have to edit some vlogs.
Okay. Christmas Loca Live.
That's the other question. We're not going anywhere, and so we could do Loca Live next week. It's weird to miss a Tuesday when we're in town. Is anybody going to be around for that? Will you be done with your Christmas celebration? I don't know. Leave a comment after this and let us know if you want us to do. We'll probably do it. I mean, just because we'll be here. So
do it for the vlogs, Colin. Do it.
That's right.
Alaska, Mark, absolutely. That is. That's on the bucket list.
Yeah. So
and also New England.
Itinerary bucket list would be Alaska, Canada, transatlantic.
Right.
I don't think the canal's on there yet. I'm not sold yet, but I know a lot of people love it. But yeah, so Alaska, transatlantic, maybe even California. What is that down the Mexican Riviera or something? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
All right, Jenny. Well, I guess we should pack it in and get ready for our day tomorrow. Maybe I need to start editing a vlog. I don't know.
I might need to.
Well, hey, we appreciate you guys being here. We missed you last week. I can't wait to share the Oasis with you. It was really the coolest thing, and I need to get these vlogs out so I can get ready for the seaside, which is pretty exciting. But appreciate everybody coming out tonight. Make sure you show love to all the creators. I feel like we're on the cruise ship. Don't forget to tip your wait staff. They're working hard to bring you your drinks tonight. But make sure that all the creators that are here adding on to the conversation. Make sure that you show them some love by following them on their social medias and subscribing to channels. And don't forget, we got to get the Cruise Geeks to 1,000. So if you haven't done that, please do that. Hit the like button and all that jazz. And if we don't talk to you, well, we probably won't talk to you until after.
Everybody is saying do a Christmas live.
We'll do a Christmas live, but we won't talk to you until that evening. So I hope everybody who is celebrating Christmas has a very merry and wonderful Christmas. And everybody that's celebrating this holiday season, our hearts go out to you. And it's a great time of year to reflect on what life means and what family means. And so we wish you guys all the best. And we do really feel like you guys are an extension of our family.
Absolutely.
Who would have known that 2 years ago that we would know all these people and we'd be a part of not only a great cruising community, but a great creative community. And so it does warm the heart. Thank you guys very much for being a part of that and enabling us to do what we do to, make these videos and to share this time with you. And so thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, guys. I'm going to find the button that makes the outro come up. Thanks, everybody, for coming by tonight. We appreciate you. We'll say it first. We love you. And I guess, again, my name's Tony.
And I'm Jenny.
And until the next time.
Mwah, Merry Christmas.
We will see you on the Lido.
We'll see you on the Lido.
Bye.
Bye.
Don't go away, Jenny, because Nurse Nancy loves it when we come back.
She does.
Hey, what's up?
What's up, Nurse
What's
Nancy?
up? You thought it was over. It's not. I just got sad because I was going to say Stan Lee's going to make a cameo, and I just remembered. All right. Have a Merry Christmas, everybody, and a Happy Holiday. And until the next time.
We'll see you on the Lido.
We'll see you on the Lido.
Bye.
Bye. All right, Jenny said go back in. I wasn't going to do it. I was going to leave. But did we mention we were going on the seaside?
How exciting.
It is exciting.
I'm excited.
I'm excited. I don't know where it's going. I don't know how we're getting to Miami. I don't know where we're staying in Miami, how early we should go to Miami. Can we eat off of food trucks at South Beach? There's good food down there. It's a party. I don't know what we're doing.
I don't know what we're doing either.
We're trying to get through Christmas, right? So we got to get through Christmas and then think about that. We got to make some vlogs. All right, that's it.
Yes.
Until the next time.
Stephanie, your husband would love cruising.
Yes. Until the next time.
All right.
We'll see you on the Lido.
Bye.
Is it frozen? Oh, let's act like it's frozen. Okay. Are you guys still there? We'll see you on the Lido. All right, guys, leave us alone. We'll see you tomorrow.
Okay.
On the Lido.
All right.
This is it. Oh, don't mess with that. Hey, girl.
Hey, girl.
That's it.
Bye.
You hang up first.
You hang up.
No, you hang up.
No.
Are you still there? You're still there. You're supposed to hang up. Outro?
Yeah.
All right. Bye, y'all. See you on the Lido.